What's up, everybody? Welcome to our YouTube channel. We're gonna start uploading the podcast here as well, if you're more into YouTube, like I personally am. So yeah, hit like and subscribe. Here's the episode.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
All right. Oh, let me pull up the notes, even though we have nothing written down.
Why is that so funny, actually?
Because I actually pulled them up.
Pull up the notes with 8 words.
All right, ready?
Do you even remember how to do you remember the intro?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to see what happens.
Hit it.
But also, now that we're doing video, we have like some foreground to play with if sponsors want to sponsor the pod. Put a shoe on the desk.
I mean, a shoe sponsors, dude. That'll never happen, bro.
Yeah, dude. All right, here we go.
Okay.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dad Strides podcast, the running podcast, all about getting those tired legs moving again. I have not forgot the intro, and I am your newest dad, Caleb Babcock.
And it's your favorite dad, Niles, and the dads. Dude, you nailed that. The dads, the dads
Felt
are
right.
so back. We're so back.
Dude, that got you fired up, kind of.
It got me so fired up. I mean, honestly, the fact that we have video too, I'm like over here like about to bust out of my Chiefs sweater. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're listening on
Yes.
Spotify right now or Apple Music.
Because we have
whatever.
the video form of this, which is going to be haggard as hell. But
Yeah,
it's going to be great. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, we're back. Let's just cut right to the chase.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year, almost to the day, I think, that we did a podcast. Because we went to UTMB. And then I think and then we recorded a podcast after your 50-mile race and my 50K, and we did a recap.
Oh,
and
but that was December.
That
when
was
we raced
December.
that.
Yes, but we had actually
Let's just say it's a year.
Let's just say it's a year because we had actually said that we were gonna stop the pod, and then we did an extra episode after our races because we knew the 4 people who listened to this would think that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we've gotten out of shape. We have when Caleb messages me saying that Caleb's loop was hard. I know.
Great point, dude.
I know that we're struggling.
Caleb's loop, if you don't follow me on Strava, which we'll talk about Strava later as well,
Yes.
is like the house I live in. It's like my perfect 8.5 mile loop.
Yep.
I've taken, I feel like a handful of friends. You've been on it. Levi's been on it.
Yep.
I think Taylor's been on it. Anyways, it is like a good, hour run when you're feeling fine.
And and it's a road run. There's not a lot of vert.
Yeah.
So it's like a fast run.
It's so weird to think that normal loop that I was doing for the last probably 3 years is now like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about doing that.
Right.
I was at basically, so I mean,
You were running that fast.
Yeah, for sure. 8 miles is nothing when you're training, but
Right.
Backing up a lot more after our last race after the 50 miler I did, which was a great race. Honestly, we had a great day, but you can listen to that episode if you want the recap. From that day, my wife and I had twins in February. So I told myself that was the last race. Kind of what happened though was a little bit of a foot injury.
Yep.
Plus having the twins, I was like, I'm going to just completely stop.
Right.
Because it's easier for me to just remove myself than be half in, half out. We're both kind of the full in. When I nerd out or go deep on something, I want to be so in it. So when I was training, it was just every day. It's too much time.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically gave myself from end of that race, so let's just say all of 2023 till about a month ago, the foot healed up. I ended up having
you were injured for a little bit.
But dude, so out of shape that I'm it's actually hilarious how far out of shape you can
I'm
get.
literally laughing on my runs. I'm giggling to myself at how bad I feel because I feel so bad. I feel crazy bad.
Dude, I feel this is pretty relatable though for people.
Totally. Also, let the record show that Caleb has more kids than me now. That's a big change. So Caleb did a little 2-for-1 action and now has 3 children, and I only have 2. So.
Yeah, when you're playing a video game and you hit the secret boost or the secret gap and you skip a level.
Right. It's kind of cheating,
we hit a skip button. Yeah, having twins is definitely no joke. I mean, it's a lot of work, so we're kind of coming out of it now, but I feel honestly, I couldn't have really run. It would have been nice to like a headspace, like clear the headspace, but I needed to be much more present with 3 kids now and the toddler.
Wife needs help.
Yeah.
Wife
and
needs
running,
help.
It was funny how long it took like a month from like removing myself from running to realize how much I was being selfish about it.
Like how much time you were actually putting into it.
And I knew that, but what was funny was it took me about a month to see myself like, oh, like I'm still a normal person. I can not run and I'm still like,
right.
It was definitely more of my identity than I thought it was.
Right.
Not a big deal. I mean, I still love it, but I definitely was like, this is interesting.
Totally.
But
so basically after our respective races, which I will remind you, Caleb got second in his race. I got like 39th in mine. Which low-key, I think I was more hyped on my 39th than he was on his second.
But dude, that was your first ultra though.
It was. So after that, so after that, it wasn't one and done because I was like, I'm fit and I had a lot of fun. So I signed up for like a keep the rust away, don't get too out of shape 30K that I was going to plan. My plan was to like sprint it. I was like, I'm going to go try to blow up and see if I can like run it really fast because it just sounded more fun. But
the dad way.
But I just have the worst luck with races. Like I've signed up for 4 races and I've only actually been able to complete 1 because the other 3 have just been canceled. So the 30K ended up getting canceled because of all the rain in California. When that happened, it was just kind of like if the weather started to get warmer, I started just to surf more, and that was kind of the beginning of the end. I feel like having those things on the calendar to keep you motivated or keep you accountable were important. And then like having a big week, like if I had ran that 30K, that's a 19-mile race, that would have been like a good week to like boost the endurance back up, get the fitness back up to then like keep going. But I feel like it just zapped all motivation. Like having another race get canceled, because first it was my San Diego Marathon, and then it was the Santa Clarita 50K that they just said, hey, no one signed up, so we're canceling it. And they never refunded us our money. It's just the most ghetto thing ever. And then the Ray Miller Praise Jesus happened. And then this 30K, I don't even remember what it was called. But it was here local, and that got canceled too.
Yeah. So basically... Oh, but you did... Okay, so in that time, you did start something new. You started, like, going to the gym.
Yeah. Basically, I got invited to work out with a bunch of, like, 40 to 50-year-old dads. And they have this group called the Swole Patrol, a play on Dawn Patrol.
So sick.
But it's the Swole Patrol.
Swole. Were they swole?
Honestly, the dude who leads it is super swole. He's
he's like swollen.
He's got a big old redheaded mustache and he's bald and a bunch of tats, and it's just like, he looks gnarly.
That's sick.
So I basically quit running, but I started actually lifting weights, which was refreshing. But I will say the only reason
started getting hot.
The only the bod started getting too chizzied, and then the wife had the wife had to tell me back. No, dude, Sarah legit. We're like laying in bed one night. This is so funny, and she looks at me and she's like, "You're not gonna get like all ripped, are you?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's just like, "I just can't handle you being like one of those super jacked dudes." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like you wouldn't love that?" And she's like, "No, I would hate it." And that was really funny to me because I feel like all men just think women will love them more if they're like all cut up. But
oh yeah, some will.
Some will. But some girls just want you to be kind of nerdy and fat. So I don't know.
Oh, dude, your wife wants you to be like your emo poetic Niles.
Yeah, totally.
There's that side of it, and she's like, I just want that one.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no, it's so true. I mean, when we used to write letters when we were dating, I would send her like these photos of myself. And when I look at the photos, I'm like, dude, that's the most emo shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I cannot believe I sent that to a girl that I was trying to, like, win over. Like, here's me with, like, my swoopy hair, like, in Montana. Like, oh, my gosh, it's so embarrassing.
That is what's up.
But Swole Patrol. So, basically... Oh, there's my dog. Sorry if you hear my dogs.
Yeah, we're also doing this, like, again, back in the middle of the workday. Kids are napping, so we're trying to... Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, my son is napping upstairs. My daughter's at school, which has been crazy. But basically, I made it my goal to bench 2 plates. So the bench is a classic workout. You kind of have like your deadlift, your bench, and your squat. Those are like the 3 classic workouts, and they're good. They're like if you can lift heavy weight or a lot of weight or do a lot of reps in those 3 areas, you're generally a very strong person. And the combine in the NFL, basically, which is when you're a college football player, if you want to go to the NFL, you go to the NFL combine, and it's basically you're weighted and measured for your athleticism and skill in front of a bunch of coaches. And on the bench, you bench 2 plates and you basically max out. So you see how many times you can bench 225.
Wait, so at the combine, that's the marker?
That's the marker. So you get, I think the record's like 58 or something crazy. It's like some Samoan dude like in 5 years ago just crushed it. But you'll get like a wide receiver who's like my weight, like 190, able to do it like 8 times, like 9 times, which is a lot of weight. So I just had a goal to do it once. I was like, I want to bench 225 one time. I worked up to it, and I did it. I benched 225 one time. Caleb can attest. Nice. I got pretty strong because when we were in Mexico City, I was putting up some weight.
And I couldn't bench in Mexico City, I did bench a plate, but it was like assisted.
Yeah, so if you've ever benched, there's like basically the free bar. You can bench dumbbells, and then there's the one where it's basically on racks. So when you push, you can't possibly fall. And Caleb did do a plate on that. But it makes it a little easier.
I think I did a couple times though, so I think I could do a plate now because I've been doing my push-ups and I
think you could do a plate because if you can do that multiple times, then you could. Because
I have 3 kids now. It only makes sense.
Right, of course. And the more kids you have, the stronger you get. 100%.
Yeah, that's more.
You're carrying
the dad.
twins. You're carrying twins.
Exactly.
And it's just the dad energy that just swirls, and it starts here.
How has your dad energy been lately?
My dad energy has been pretty good.
Okay.
I guess how I would interpret that question is just like going and sending it with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And we're definitely at an age, 4.5, 2.5, where like the sendiness is happening. I've gotten Towns on a surfboard a bunch of times. He thinks it's like the most fun thing ever.
So sick.
But whenever he stands up, he just jumps off because he like, I don't think he understands like the point is to like stand on the board and surf, and he stands up and then jumps and then go me have so much fun, me so fun, and then me fall down, and it's just freaking adorable. My daughter less interested in it, which is just heartbreaking, but she still gets out there. No, my dad energy's good, man. You just gotta kind of You can't always feel it. You got to just do it sometimes, you know?
Oh, dude, that's the truth right there. I feel like that is true because we've been feeling very low energy because of all the kids and just work and just whatever. That I feel like just getting out no matter what, even if the weather's not great.
Yep.
Did you see that error?
No.
FaceTime like tweaked. Yeah, just getting out still. Getting out no matter what. I mean, we'll go to the park, just even if it's for 30 minutes or so. Bring Barry's doing the Strider bike now, so
nice.
She's actually learning how to glide and pick up her feet. So
that's cool.
I just need need the activities for sure.
Oh, dude, being a dad is twice as easy if you just go outside and like do something. Like we're gonna bring a ball, we're gonna bring a bat, we're gonna bring a stick, and we're gonna go to the park for 2 hours. I'm gonna bring a ton of snacks. Bring a change of clothes and just like go hang out. Like it makes it so much easier. Also, I take my kids on runs in the stroller and then I let them kind of run after, and they've been like exploring some hills and stuff, which has been super fun. But if you think you're going to like sit on your couch and like be a good dad all day, it's just, dude, it's not happening, bro. Like you have to move. You can't steer the bike unless you got a little momentum. And that's like what it means to be a dad. It's like you got.
I feel like all the dad memes are maybe when your kids are a little bit older in high school. Right. It's like all the classic. I'm grilling. I'm chilling. I'm mowing the lawn. I mean, that works, but I feel like the new dads are kind of cutting their teeth on just like being in the trenches for a while.
Well, new dads do a lot more. Like, I would be interested.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, ask your dad how many diapers they changed.
Oh, like you mean our generation?
Yeah, like our generations of dad, as much crap as millennials get. I was like, we're pretty good at saying I love you to our kids, which I don't know. It's like
they're going to be more emotional. Yeah, they're going to be more emotionally good.
Yeah.
They're going to have like a more emotional comfort from their dads, but like they're going to be like way softer, dude.
Way softer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, which I feel like it's like our dads could like fix a table and like work all day and not complain, but like they never were told like I love you. and then like our kids are told how amazing and how loved they are every day, but like aren't going to be able to do shit.
They can't work 40 hours a week.
Yeah, but like crumble at the sight of any labor.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. Oh,
So
also
true.
though, definitely got to give a shout out to a couple new dads coming up.
What
Taylor
up?
Wolf is going to be a dad.
Okay.
Levi's a dad. I don't know if we had that on the pod. My buddy Nick Fettner and his wife Julie, who are runners.
And these are your running friends, correct?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. So actually, since the last time, I've had like a bunch of new actual dads. And then if you're also a listener, what up if you're also a new dad? That's so sick.
And if
or
you're
a mom,
not
or
dad,
a mom,
yeah,
because-
or a mom,
yeah.
or a mom. I know. I feel like because we're called dad strides, people think we bag on moms. We would be nothing without our wives.
But we
So,
also, we also hang with the boys. So
yeah, totally. Just have to get that in there. Yeah, and if you're not a dad, but you just got to channel the dad spirit, which is
that's what we've
it's funny.
said that
You
from
said
day one.
grilling and chilling and just like watching football, and I do feel myself being magnetized to that. Like the idea of like going to church on Sunday, kicking my feet up and watching football for the rest of the day sounds incredible. Like it sounds incredible, you know?
Yeah. You also
But-
the older you get and the more Republican you become too.
Totally. You start paying more
You can't
taxes and you're
escape
like,
it.
dude, this sucks.
You can't escape it.
That is so funny.
That was actually like a comedian's joke that I saw on Instagram.
Oh, that's
can't
funny.
remember who it was.
It's true though. It's
He
true.
was funny.
But yeah, it's like I see myself. It's like I feel like I want to be the perfect blend between grilling and chilling, and still being active. You know, still being able to like get after it. Because I feel like
I was trying to think of a rhyme, but
same, dude.
nothing.
I had nothing. We're super rusty. I'm sorry. This probably isn't even fun to listen to, but we we're still getting the kinks worked out. But yeah, we're excited to get the tired legs moving again. I feel
like that. I wanted to say like, so why are we back? I mean, obviously,
Right.
Just because we got a couple DMs, but no,
6
we
people
missed.
sent us a message.
It's fun to hear. We think we're funny, but for real, when we were doing dad strides and we were running, it was definitely motivation for myself, which I
Right.
realized. So it's not like for me, it's hard, especially when you get over the hump, maybe the month or two of getting out of shape to in shape.
Right.
If you're consistent, guys, seriously, like it's literally all about consistency. You just at least 3 times a week
Right.
run, and then in a month or two, you'll be like, cool, this feels good.
Right. You'll
it's
have
that-
this one run where suddenly you felt way lighter on your feet.
Yeah.
And suddenly it'll feel amazing.
Your muscles
But it
are actually
takes
tight again.
3 to 4 weeks, I would say, to get there.
Dude, it took me,
putting
like-
in some. Really, it took longer. That's
It took
so
like
dark.
2 months, dude. I think I'm old now. I'm 33.
Yeah. One thing that's funny, we're both 33. I run with a stroller a lot, and I was thinking this yesterday as I was running. I was like, you know what? Damn it. This is harder than it was a year ago. Not because I'm fatter, but because my kids are
bigger.
so much heavier. Like I'm pushing 70 pounds of
Right.
of human being in that
Wait,
stroller.
70 pounds?
Yeah, dude, lose like 40 pounds, and Towns is like 29.
Oh.
It's like she's like 43, he's like 29 or something like that.
Wow.
Like they're kids.
Dude, I don't. I'll do it if I have to. We have one trail where I can go push the stroller, and it's
Right.
like I hate it. It's like
it's
I would
it's honestly
rather-
it's the freaking worst. But I'm a really good dad on those runs. You know why?
That's true.
It's called Run Park Run. So we get in
Oh,
the stroller. We hit about 3 miles.
RPR.
I crushed it. They crushed some snacks, so we RPR super hard. We run, and then we hit the park. So I basically stop. I stop my watch. We go to the park. We play at the park until their heart's freaking desire. Like they just go off at the park as long as they want. Maybe it's 20 minutes. Maybe it's an hour and a half. I don't know. And then we hop back in the stroller and run like the mile and a half back home. So you end up getting like 3.5 to 5 miles, depending on how much run you do before the park.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get the run back. And because you're pushing a stroller, it's like a little bit of cross training. It's not like, is it your ideal training scenario? Of course not. But I will say, it's better than not not doing anything. It's better than not running.
It'd be sick if you like had multiple parks. You could like create like a route where you basically do like a stroller ultra.
That's such a good idea. A stroller ultra is
is
insane.
Has that been? I'm sure it's been done. Well, definitely.
Just a stroller race to me is interesting.
Yeah, they
like
have
a stroller half marathon.
A lot of like local races will say like strollers are welcome to, and like
right. But having a stroller be an actual entry, like you have to have a stroller.
Oh. And your kid has to like.
I think we talked about this in the past, like doing like a stroller mile. It's like you put like 3 sacks of potatoes in your stroller and go rip a mile on a track.
Well, when we talked about it, our kids were like 10 pounds because they were newborns.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So wait, talk to me though about your newfound hate for Strava.
Oh yeah, yeah. It so isn't hate, but I'm just over Strava. I like don't care about Strava anymore.
But is that because you haven't been into running and it will slowly creep back and you'll care more when you start like seeing your training?
I just feel like I put a Strava pressure on myself to like have my run be something when it doesn't need to be that, and I just want to get back in shape. Like without like this weird added self pressure, because it's only pressure that I put on myself. But Strava definitely has this like
that's true.
comparison element where it's like I go run 4 miles like 600 feet of vert and it sucked ass, and then I post that on Strava and I'm like, that's a little bitch ass run. Like that is not a good run. Like that should not be beating my like if I went and ran 14 miles with 2,000 feet of vert and feel tired. Great, like that's going, that's a Strava flex, but I feel like I just was like getting in my head about like what my Strava numbers were. So I just shed it away. I just said, you know what? I'm deleting the app. And what's hilarious is that I deleted the app and my watch was still freaking updating to Strava. So all my little 2.5 mile runs with the kids where I was just like,
so
thank God no one sees this. Then all of a sudden I get a comment from Eric Floberg on the email. I got the email. It says Eric Floberg's commented on your run. I'm like, what the hell? And it says, Daddy's back. And I go to look at it, and it's like I ran like 3.5 miles at like a 12-minute pace with like 500 feet of vert or something. Just stupid, a stupid run. Which that isn't really fair.
But look, that's your whole point. That's your whole point right there, though. You should be able to go do those stupid runs.
Right.
You should go be able to run for 10 minutes outside if you really want.
100%.
And like
100%.
not feel like you have to post about it. Real quick. Are you still gonna Strava flex if you did like a big run?
Not right now.
Okay.
I will get back on Strava probably when I start training for a race. Because I actually want to
That'd be cool to see the block, like the training block.
Track my weekly mileage. Right now,
also, my daughter is literally she's crying. One of the baby twins is crying behind this wall. So sorry if you can hear it. But hopefully she finds her passy and falls back asleep.
Yeah. Speaking of sleep, let's how's your sleep been, dude?
Wait, I don't know. Did we finish that last point?
Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna get back on Strava once I'm training for a race, which I don't even know when that's gonna be. But I just kind of wanted to run with my watch, track my stuff, and just not worry about like Strava numbers.
Yeah. Because this is the comeback season, I am, speaking of races. And to my Strava as well, like I stopped paying for the subscription. So I'm very much, I'm fine with it. I'm still going to use it all the time.
It was expensive. They were going to make it $70.
They kept upping it and stuff. And like, I would like the features, and I don't get me wrong, like I've worked in the tech startup world. I get like they need to make money, like especially nowadays. It's like you offer a free service. Like I do not expect to have every feature for free, and like
for sure
there's a value, especially if you are on it all the time every day. If you use something actually every day, that's definitely worth, I think, the price they're charging if that's something that you're valuing. But anyways, comeback season, I'm gonna sign up for a race, probably a 50K. I really want to do this race called Chuckanut 50K. It's local to Bellingham, Washington. It's been around forever.
Is it in the spring?
Yeah, it's in April.
Spring is the best time to sign up for a race. Like a fall race, a fall race.
In
so
your
bad
area,
Yeah.
I training through the winter here is
right.
a little dreary.
Because training through the summer here is just so hot.
It's the opposite.
It's so hot. But like, because the race I want to do is, and I've talked about this before, is the Run the Rut 50K in Big Sky, 12K vert, like super legit race. But it's in like September, so that means I'd have to train like all through my summer to go do it. So eventually I'll do it, but
dude, but if you did on those like big training days, like you do your dad hours during the week, but then if you have a couple big weekend long runs, could you get up more into the high country and it's cooler?
It still's pretty hot.
Still hot.
Like even if you wanted to go like hike like San Jacinto or something, and you get up to like 11K feet, it's still hot up there, dude. Like I mean,
I like that you said hike.
Yeah,
because let's be honest.
We're not running up there.
But yeah, a spring race. I think plus like doing the pod will motivate me.
Yeah,
I do. I don't. It's obviously not going to be this next year, but maybe 2025. I want to have redemption at the Black Canyon 100K.
Whoa.
I told Ariana. I was starting to feel like. I follow like them on Instagram, so randomly it will pop up like a post for, hey, sign up for next year. And there's just some unfinished business there. I think that happens to a lot of people that get into certain races because you want to like
and you just get your freaking
rocked.
It just takes your lunch money.
And I had a good like really good over half a day, but it's like I know with real training, and after that 50 miler, I'm like I did it so different, and I think I can
crush your 50 miler. So then it's like, could you have gone 12 miles more for sure?
I think so, actually. Which is sick, so sick. But anyways, again, let's just not get injured. Let's train. I have a gym membership now. I'm a member of freaking black card member at Planet Fitness, dude.
Dude, that's so tight.
I've been rocking the stair stepper there. I've been trying to do the rower, and I do want to actually get a little more like just general strength. So
I think I'm probably gonna chill on Swole Patrol, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays they do more conditioning. So it's like you're doing weights, but it's more of like low weight, high reps, trying to build some cardio with some strength. So I think I would like to do that 2 days a week and then run and then surf in the interim. I feel like we're going to go for a third baby eventually, which is going to absolutely blow. But so in the meantime, we're pretty dialed with our setup. Like my daughter goes to school now for half of the day. Towns is 2.5. My mother-in-law retired, which has been amazing. So I feel like it's time to kind of turn up. It's the ability to kind of turn up the notch a little bit, fitness wise, is here before
good call.
We get screwed by a third kid.
Yeah. No, I feel like it'd also be pretty fun if we could like get both into like a pretty decent level of fitness, like we have been, kind of matching times in the past, and do like a pig adventure, like slow, but be like, dude, do you want to do like fun. Try to do a 50-mile day, or like do the Grand Canyon, or like whatever.
Yeah, do rim to rim to rim. I was supposed to do this past weekend. I was supposed to go on a run from Devil's Postpile in Mammoth to Tuolumne Meadows in Yosemite, and I just didn't train. And basically, a month before we were supposed to run it, was just like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna bail. Like, I have this. We just got back from a production in Peru, which obviously took some time." And
did the guys still do it?
The guys still did it, and was
there snow, or was
it?
It
good? Snowed right as they finished. So as they were descending, the storm was coming in.
That area just got so much snow this winter, and then already early season.
Yeah, and it's already kind of getting pummeled. But yeah, I would love to get something big on the books. One thing I was thinking was like the most I've ever ran in a week is probably, I think, like 58 miles, which like actually isn't that much. Like it's a lot, but it's like. So one thing I was thinking was I would love, before I sign up for a race, to do
100-mile week.
Yeah, basically do like a half marathon a day week.
Yeah.
So it's not
like
about the total.
miles, right?
Yeah, it's like not really worried about the 100, but it's like every day I'm going to run a half marathon.
Oh,
so
cool.
Basically every day would get a 2-hour run in. So run 2 hours a day for the whole week, pretty much, or 2.5. And I've maybe some of them have vert, maybe some of them don't, but it's like I don't know. What's 13 times 7? Hold on.
I've also never done a 100-mile week, and I'd like to.
Okay, that's 91 miles. I feel like you would have to get to 100 miles. If you're 9 short, that's bleak.
9's a lot more when you're already like tired, though. I think.
That's true. Yeah. Anyways, I just I think doing like a big week like that in the next couple months would be like, okay. So I'm steady, getting a little bit of fitness, getting a little bit of fitness.
Wait. In the next couple, what are you at right now, weekly?
Oh,
mileage?
like 10 miles.
Oh, that'd be to do that in the next couple months would be like kind of gnarly though.
I know, but I think I'm viewing it as like it's so not about speed. Like it's just about time on feet and getting it done. But like the amount of fitness you gain when you do a big week like that is huge.
Dude, it's true. And the mental stoke for sure.
Yes. Of just being like, I'm fit again. Like that
I'm
feels
back.
good.
Like I'm doing
back.
something cool. Yeah, honestly,
season,
you do kind of need to do something like cool and extreme,
right.
Or else you feel like all I do is work and just
and go run your same loop, because like my version of Caleb's loop would be Niles. I'll just call it Niles loop, and it's my 6 mile, probably like 900 feet vert.
That's a way same. I would rather have that trail. You have trails from your door. Have we talked about that?
We have talked about that, but I have no trees on those trails. There's
no trees
fucking trees. I don't have trees for my door, but I have trails. So it pretty much means if it's 75 degrees, you are just getting cooked to a like if it's hot, like that run is so brutal because it's so much hotter on the dirt and there's no hiding in the shade. I remember when we ran in Portland with Tyler that one time, it was like 80 degrees, and in the trees it's like 72 and like shady. It's like, this is mellow.
Yeah. That was nice.
It was so nice.
Another dad thing I did this last 8 months basically was I did my very first I swapped an engine. Which felt like
that's pretty bad.
It took a while, but I did it myself with the help. My dad and my father-in-law helped a couple days, but I really did like 98% of the work and research and everything. So I'm proud, and I just want to put that on record.
Wait, so So give them some backstory. You bought a kit. You bought a kit.
So I have a Vanagon, and basically the engine needed to be swapped out. Someone stole my catalytic converter. Long story short, I could have replaced just the muffler.
We live in Granite Falls. It's kind of ghetto.
I could have replaced like the exhaust parts, but then I started looking at everything. I'm like, dude, this thing is shot. Like everything was all rusted out, and like it was just not worth putting money into it. So we were like, well, should we be done with van life? Like we had a couple conversations. We're like, are we done? Like a good phase of life, like just sell it as is.
Whoa.
And then we just kept thinking like we have to have pictures of our kids in this. I don't want to give it up yet. I want to have like young kids while having this car still. So then I was like I said earlier in the pod, like I kind of have to go full in. That's how I do things. So started doing research. There was a couple Subaru swaps, and then I found this guy who does a diesel TDI, which is a Volkswagen engine already. So it's kind of cool to keep it all V-dub, and it's a turbo diesel engine. So now my van is a diesel. But yeah, he basically makes this kit that he's like, it's like he ships it to you in a crate. They don't tell you how to get it off the crate or anything like that. It's like I don't know hardly anything about except for like basic tools and a willingness to learn and try. So I'm messaging him like at least like once or twice a week, like
you're like,
asking
dude,
the
how
most
the
basic.
Flip do I do this?
So do I like twist this bolt like pretty hard, or like basically it just came with like it's just a guy who's a super like mechanic nerd. So all the like easy questions are like he just assumes you might know stuff, but I did it and I'm stoked and it runs great. We're actually going on finally we're gonna get one little camping trip in as a full family this week. Nice. And yeah, I've done a bunch of day trips in it already, so it is running good.
How fast does it go now?
It doesn't top speed. It doesn't go any fast. Like it, I don't want to go any faster than like 65, 70 still. Like it easily has the power though. It's doubled the horsepower, so it's the same engine that's in like a 2019 Passat.
Does Scott like going 70? Like, does the car feel good at 70, or is that
the van's name is Scott?
Yeah, or is it like the rickety kind of like? It feels like
it's
he's
like
hurting.
I mean, you have a van as well. Right. They just sound kind of loud, and then there's like
loud.
I think it needs a sway bar, which is like, I mean, it's a big brick going down the road. So in most Actually, I have no idea, but I think in a lot of modern cars, there's something called a sway bar that helps with like that like float.
Yes, yeah.
I think people add sway bars to the Vanagons, but no, dude. But I will say, going up a hill in the old stock engine was like the worst thing ever. You're downshifting. It's really, you're revving it high. This, like a diesel engine is known for their like low end torque. That's why semis and big buses, it's big RVs, those diesel pushers, like so I'm able to go up the pass fully loaded with the kids in the van, like in fourth gear still, just full speed.
That feels good.
Oh, bro! Once it's like I was grinning like an absolute idiot for a while. But yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, my van's still pretty torched, but we're taking it on another camping trip. We're going to Halama, which is like you camp on the beach north of Point Conception. It's gonna be great. Little surf. Bring the running shoes, run on the beach, something like that. Nice. Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, so that's kind of the update. I feel like also we could do a little work update if people care. Our production company Sunny 16 is still alive and well. We've actually been doing some cool projects lately, so we are making it. If you can believe that. We're keeping the dream alive. We're still doing it, and I feel like because when we started Dad Strides, we kind of talked about it. We did have a Sunny 16 podcast for a while that we might have had some crossover listeners. We've also since then stopped that, which is probably another reason we have the energy for this.
Yeah, I feel like it's like we love having an outlet to talk about just nothing,
just to hear our voice,
everything. Yeah, and then I feel like when the Sunny podcast, we're like, hey, let's just start doing other stuff for work. Now it's like, oh well, now we got room for Dad Strides, and this is more fun because it's like not work. It's like we want to do this.
I don't want to overcommit on like. For this one, like we're not setting it up. We can kind of talk schedule though. Like we're not keeping it. We're not necessarily doing weekly. We are going to try to do it fairly regularly, but like I don't want to lock ourselves down.
A handful of times a month would be great. Like I would love to have this be a regular thing that we're doing, but it's not like an every Monday type of upload deal.
Yeah, and I also don't want to get gnarly with like, oh, we got to make sure we have all these clips for social media and like put too much pressure on like the post work for ourselves. Like. We do want to do videos, though.
That is how you grow a podcast, but I just don't think we care about that very much.
We just miss it, okay? We're just doing it for the love.
And like if we can get back in shape, and this helps do that, then that's great. And hopefully it'll help you guys too, because I feel like we did like a Dad Strides time mile. We could bring that back.
Oh, we should. Should we do it like? Don't a lot of people do like when they're back home, like let's say Christmas time, that break, right? You know, let's do it during that window. Let's do it like the week of Christmas.
That'd be fun.
Maybe like the morning of the 24th, or like people play Turkey Bowl Thanksgiving, something like that. Like where it's
honestly
during the holidays.
Great time to start running if you're playing Turkey Bowl, because if you remember, I pulled my groin 2 years ago.
How many times have we brought up?
Oh my gosh, dude, it sucked so bad. Just got opened up on the first play of the game and had to limp off the field and then just sit on the sidelines and watch people play football. Football is a sport that I love, but I just never really played, so I'm not good at it. But I think it's awesome.
Dude, you want to talk? We should talk gear real quick before we wrap up.
Oh, what gear we're rocking.
What are we rocking these days?
So I have
now that our sponsor Kraft dropped us, our year contract expired.
Yeah, we got dropped by BPN. We got dropped by Kraft. No, they were never actually sponsoring us. They were just
sent us gear one time.
One time. Right now, I am rocking my first pair of Speed Goats, and I love it. Basically, it's Speed Goat 5. They're bright orange, and I'm kind of just using them. I don't really have a pair of road shoes right now, so I'm just kind of like
your core trail, dude. I love it.
Yeah, I'm just like using those, and they are by far my favorite trail shoe I've owned. So I like them more than the Ons, because I have another pair of Ons that I actually haven't even really ran in very much, because the Speed Goats are just so much better.
And you got the wides, right? That's the hack with the Speed Goats. Yes. You got to go wides.
Yeah, so getting the wides, not even that I have a super wide foot, it's just like I have room in the toe box and they're super
I get the wides, which is weird because I have like smaller feet, so a lot of the times when shoes are a little bit smaller,
they're skinnier.
They're just skinnier, but my foot's like kind of short and a little bit wide.
Right.
Yeah, dude, Speed Goats.
I do need to I need to do an inventory of all my other gear though, because I have a bunch of running shirts that I don't really want. I kind of want to re-swag myself a little bit. Like,
yeah,
you know,
Same.
like on shorts I feel good, but on shirts like.
What are we rocking for length of shorts?
I'm always 5 inches. So I've always been good rocking short shorts because of soccer. Soccer, we rocked short shorts back in the day.
Right.
And like kind of the rugby inspo always rock short shorts. So now I'm good with short. Like I don't need long shorts. Like I'm chilling, you know. So I feel like
I'm more into the long ones now. Not like I could rock between 5 and 7 is like a chill run. You know, you're slowing the pace down because you're looking all mellow,
all sick. Yeah, but for shirts, what's a good athletic shirt that doesn't fit too tight? And that's kind of baggy because I feel I want the short shorts, good socks. The calves are ripped, like legs look good, but then I can hide, you know, my flabby top half.
Oh right,
you know,
hide the dad belly.
Yeah, exactly. Until it gets a little more saucy, and then I can start, you know, shirt off again for sure.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've honestly maybe you have as well. I've worn the crap out of the craft shirt that they sent us.
Yeah, and like they never fit me that well. All the craft gear was made for like small, like Swedish men, or like a 5'8" Frenchman or something. It's
I mean, they fit me good.
Exactly, but that's literally you, like you know, like a skinny Norwegian. It's like for me, it's like I'm busting out of this shirt like upon first wear. So
that's so funny.
So I might have to ditch some of the craft shirts. I like my shorts that I have from them though.
Yeah, I've been rocking. I'm such a normal boy when it comes to trail shoes now.
I got such a fanboy.
Normal with 2 N's. Killian's company. Shout out. They'll for sure.
Is it
listen.
like
NNORMAL? But it's called normal.
Dude, that's so cool.
Dude, it is. Their shoe quality is perfect.
Wow.
Vibram light base, which some of the Hokas have. Like, I will not run in Vibram or Vibram as my outsole when it comes to trail shoes. Especially in the Northwest where everything's wet and slick more than half the year.
Right.
Vibram is the only rubber I've found. I've tried like Nike, and Nike I think just got a shoe that has. They finally got like a Vibram contract.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely not Vibram.
Vibram?
Has to be Vibram. Has to be Vibram.
All right.
There's no way it's Vibram.
Well, dude, I don't know things like that.
Vibram.
Why not?
I don't know, dude. There's just no way it's Vibram, bro.
There's
I don't know.
way.
There's no way.
And
comment below if you think it's Vibram or Vibram.
Yeah.
If you think it's Vibram, then spell it with 2 E's. Vibram.
Vibes, bro. Oh, vibes, bro.
Yeah, it's not.
You
Vibes.
got the vibe, bro.
I hate Vibes.
And I am rocking my first pair of on-road running shoes. Now I've worn them for a while.
Are those the
Cloud
Monsters? So those are the road shoes I want.
They're perfect. They're great.
I love them.
They're a nice in between.
Too.
They're light, but they look big, and they got some cushion. But they're not soft. They're actually like still kind of stiff, which I like. So I've only been using those for roads for this last month of kind of getting back in shape, and then the normals for trails.
Okay, cool. Well, in Dad Strides fashion, my son is awake, banging on his door.
That's how we'll have to end the pods. Like when one of our kids,
like yelling, "Dad, let me out! Dad, me need you." So I'm gonna go.
So you should probably go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Send this to your friends. Let them know we're back.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel too if you want.
Yes, go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe for sure. And yeah, we appreciate and love y'all. Keep the stride alive.
Did we wait? Did we say anything at the end of our?
Keep the stride alive felt pretty natural.
Did you cut?
Nope.
All right, keep the stride alive. I think we might have said something.
I'm cutting.